Good evening or good morning, everybody. Thanks for joining me today. Today I want to speak about which cities have been called Babylon historically and currently. And no, this is not conspiracy, and I have plenty of evidence. I'm going to show you some today. So Babylon was the seat of power for the occult, for Satan's kingdom. In the prophecy of Daniel and Nebuchadnezzar's dream, Babylon is the golden head in the book of Daniel because Babylon is kind of it is the hidden hand of nations. Behind Babylon are aristocrats, the line of Nimrod, modern day celebrities to businessmen and women. So there's kind of a lot to that. I won't get into all of that right now. But I want to show you a couple examples. I'll use ChatGPT for a second here. I had a good conversation with them about which cities over all of human history have been referred to as Babylon. And what you'll find to be actually quite fascinating is that obviously Babylon in Iraq, which is where it originated from, Cairo, Egypt. Now I asked down here, um, metaphorically speaking, Los Angeles, Berlin, London, New York, these cities have been called Babylon by the wealthy elites, the 1% of the 1%. An example is, if you look into this, is in the 1920s, during the Roaring Twenties of the U.S. and the Weimar Republic in Germany, Berlin was actually called Babylon, and that's where aristocrats from all around the world would go and enjoy their sex clubs and all the debauchery and all the drugs and whatnot. And actually, what you're not told is when Hitler took over, he started by cleaning up a lot of that, and the book burnings actually were originally were pornographic content, which then became anti-Bolshevik content, which then became anything they didn't like. So it's interesting. Whenever you see Babylon take hold in a nation, terrible things happen afterwards. And today, modern day Babylon is Los Angeles. And I'm going to show you here a song. This is a country song by Dwight Yoakam from 1985. He sings in his song, Guitars and Cadillacs, coming to Babylon and the pie didn't taste so sweet. Um, Again, music industry, acting industry out there in Los Angeles, right? That's what he's talking about. The pie doesn't taste so sweet. Um, let's see here. Here's another example in pop culture. This is Supernatural, the series. Look at that, Hollywood Babylon, right? 18th episode of season 2. Let's see. Here's a book called Hollywood Babylon, which is from 1975. Talks about all the sin and debauchery and all the garbage that happens there. Um, there's a TV series called Babylon Berlin. Again, talks during the 1920s. Let's see here. This here, you'll find this interesting, is the Iron Throne from Game of Thrones, right? Well, look what's above it. The Star of Babylon, seven-pointed star. You can look that up as well. I don't really want to get into that, but point I'm trying to make here is Babylon, or Satan's kingdom, if you will, Babylon being the seat of power for it, it never went away. It just changed the location. And I think a lot of why we as human beings and why we as Christians haven't seen them in the public is because if people knew what they did in secret, they wouldn't be around too long. Let's put it that way. The occult has always been the same. Horrible things done to children, lots of drug use, lots of bondage, human enslavement, stripping people of all their wealth and power and freedom, and it's absolutely evil. And so, yeah, so there it is, right in front of our face, folks. I don't know what to tell you, but when you watch movies like Eyes Wide Shut and they refer to, um, you know, ceremonies of aristocrats, wealthy bankers, wealthy celebrities, the royal families of Europe. I mean, it's one big horrible mess. Yeah, so there you have it. I'll let you go. I don't want to keep these, over 5 minutes, just because your time's valuable and so is mine. But remember, Babylon is the head of gold in the vision in the book of Daniel. It is the hidden hand of nations. It's been behind the scenes since forever. Have a good day and take care.